All right, so get your checklist out. We're checking for all of our indicators. So the ammeter, the oil pressure, oil temperature. All right, so we're right here.
The 6 Sierra Papa, you're number 2.
Throttle, oil pressure,
final, runway 18,
checking oil pressure. It's in the green. Checking ammeters. So the amps is showing a charge. That's what we want. The battery's being charged right now.
Tower card.
So now we're checking annunciators.
None. 177 Tango Sierra, hold short of runway 1.
Mixture. We're going to lean for taxi. So I already did that. This helps us lean for taxi. We don't need full rich mixture when we're taxiing. Nav lights. We don't need those on. It's daytime, and then we'll put the flaps up. So now we're going to check the databases. We already did that whenever we turned on the PFD and whatnot. So the databases are good. We got the this is your 650 when it says GTN 650. Yep. That's just a type of GPS. The PFD, there's no red X's. If any of these instruments were out there, be red X's. Now we want to get the ATIS. So we'll come here, click this, COM2, boom, and now we're going to be able to hear this weather.
Transformation Golf time 19500, wind 160 to 7. Gust 15, sky condition better than 5005, temperature 34, dew point 22, altimeter 2991.
So
visual approaching use line departure runway
18 right there.
Contact, you have information Golf.
That's going to set our altimeter to the correct altimeter setting. So it sets that one when you do that. 29901.
Transformation Golf time 19500, wind 160 to 7. Gust 15, sky condition better than 5005, temperature 34, dew point 22, altimeter
so wind 160 at 7.
Visual approaching use line departure runway 18.
Good afternoon, transition to cruise altimeter 29990.
And it's information golf.
Turns, you could contact Arlington.
Hey, under 0, and we'll contact Arlington.
Information golf is what it is. So now we got the weather, we got the altimeter set. Go ahead and turn that taxi light on.
Air thank you, report base.
Release the parking brake. I'm going to taxi us out of here because there's a lot of stuff near us, so I'll take the controls and get us in a proper, so where we're not hitting nothing.
There's so much stuff everywhere.
So we got to get a clearance to taxi before we can cross into that movement area. Go ahead and put in ground, which ground's going to be right here. Grand Prairie ground.
1.15.
There's 2 West Grass, clear for option.
Now click COM1 to get it in the active. That's how you move them right there.
Okay, easy.
So now we're talking to ground. And you remember that call, how it's going to go?
November
35.
Grand Prairie ground.
Yep.
November 3523 Romeo.
At Aviator.
At Aviator.
With
taxi.
With what information?
With golf.
Ready for taxi.
Ready for taxi.
And then you tell them what you're going to do. VFR to the south.
VFR to the south on runway 36.
Yeah, but you don't have to say that. He's going to tell you which runway to taxi to, and it's runway 18 now.
Oh, it's 18.
So it's who you're talking to, who you are, where you are, and what you want.
Okay.
It's Grand Prairie Ground, Skyhawk 3523 Romeo at Aviator with golf, ready for taxi, VFR to the south.
What?
I'll say it, and you just listen. Afternoon, Grand Prairie Ground, Skyhawk 3523 Romeo at Aviator with golf, ready for taxi, VFR to the south.
Custom 3523 Romeo, Grand Prairie Ground, runway 18 taxi alpha.
You got controls, you're taxiing. You're taxiing us. We're moving here. How are you going to stop us?
Brakes on the toes.
Let's press them. Are you going to press the brakes to stop us, or are we going to maintain center line, or? You're taxiing us.
Okay.
You got controls. So taxi us on the center line here. You know how to turn? With the rudder pedals?
Yeah.
Let's maintain center line as best as we can.
Okay, I need to get way over there.
So the taxiway center line is going to be this is not the center line, this is the movement area. So we want to be on, be a little bit more gentle with them.
Where am I going?
We're going this way, because this is alpha. So we're going to taxi that way and go to the run-up area. So we need to go to the right. So let's let go of that left rudder, add a little power to go to the right. Now we're just maintaining center line. So you just use the rudder pedals to get us on center line as best as possible. So we're trying not to use too much on the brakes so that we don't wear out the brakes.
Okay.
So let's get back on center line, little right rudder, just the rudders, no brakes, so just the rudder. So let's get on center line, a little more to the right, and then try to get us right on center line the whole time.
Okay.
So we're pretty good center line right now. And you can use the brakes if you get too fast ever. I don't want you taxiing more than about 10 knots.
Okay.
Ground speed. So maintain the center line, looking outside, looking here, keeping a hand on the throttle. And we're going to turn here, so we're going to start to get on the brakes a little. And again, we do the run up so that we can kind of get a gauge for how the instruments and the engine's performing before we actually take off. Emergency brake all the way on. So now it's on all the way.
Okay.
And now we're going to do that run up checklist.
Parking brakes set.
Got that set.
Flight controls free and correct.
So you remember what that looks like? Now looking outside, making sure that the ailerons are doing what they should be doing. And then looking at the elevators back there. The elevator should be moving with your movement. So push it down all the way in on the yoke.
Yep.
See that movement?
Got it.
All right, now the rudder pedals, press them to the right and to the left. And then look at the rudder back there. We should see that moving. Looks good.
Got it. So the magnetic deviation.
Yeah, you don't have that error in this plane.
Okay. But you have it on the beam gauge one.
Yeah, you have to adjust that heading. You have to set it to the magnetic compass every 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But you don't have to in this one because it's using a magnetometer
Got it.
for that information.
Trim, manual, and electric.
Yeah, so this is your electric trim right here, and it doesn't work right now because the autopilot's not working.
Got it.
But we just want to see that that works right there. Magneto's over there. They're on both right now. Don't turn it off. Switch it to the left mag, 1 click. So now we're going to go to the right mag. So 2 clicks. 1, 2. We want to see a drop, which is good. Now go back to both. I want to make sure that the plane doesn't turn off or shut down. It's all the way idle. So that's as far as it goes. And we're good to go. The plane keeps running. So now we'll throttle back up. You can go ahead and throttle up to 1,000 RPMs. Good job. So this is how this takeoff briefing is going to go. We're going to be taking off runway 18. Wind is coming roughly from the southeast, so we're going to have a little left aileron in to input for that crosswind. We're going to lift off at 55 knots. We're going to climb out at 74 knots. We're going to climb up to 2,500, go to the practice area, do some maneuvers. If we have an engine failure, if we have any engine roughness on takeoff, we're just going to abort the takeoff. If we have an engine failure on takeoff, then we're going to pull the power, cut the mixture, and we're just going to land on the runway. That's pretty much your takeoff briefing. That's how that goes.
Got it.
And then lastly, parking brake. You can take that off, and then we'll run up, go taxi short, and do the pre-takeoff checklist. And keep a hand on the throttle, get us to hold short of runway 18.
Hey,
What?
Do I lower the RPMs right now because we're stopped?
No, it's okay.
5660, Papa, hold short, landing.
Just keep your feet on the brakes the whole time.
Sure,
Yeah,
5660, Papa.
because the parking brake's out.
This 35502 squad.
So what you're looking for here is you're going to be looking for 55 knots to rotate. That's your airspeed right there. That's your altimeter. We can go ahead and set. Look right here. So heading is is this little inner one right here. But you see how that's changing your heading?
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and put 175. That's our heading we're going to maintain on takeoff. Actually, we're going to do 170. Tower 3523 Romeo, number 2, holding short, 18.
This 23 Romeo, roger.
So I'm letting them. Oh, they're going around.
Go around.
Airport Tower says 52243 going around, stay in the pattern.
This 52243, roger, and you can turn your left cross whenever you feel like.
Takeoff.
So he cleared them for takeoff.
5660, Papa.
So now we're going to taxi up a little bit. So you can just let go of the brakes on your feet and then just move us up closer. We got the time, so it's about 3:30. So the takeoff checklist. Throttle is going to be full. We're going to monitor the engine gauges, and then we're going to check the rotate at 55 knots.
5 knots.
So he's about to clear us for takeoff once they get off the ground.
Do we have to say anything?
This 5660, Papa, you're going to be following
He's going to let us know.
Interstate.
Okay.
So now we're going to shut these windows.
52243, departing 1, Friday arrival, runway 18, clear to go.
Get on center line, heels to the floor. Now you're going to apply full power.
Roger, port midfield,
Full
left
power.
All the way.
We'll follow him and report midfield left down. Turn
Keep it going all the way in. So we're going to have left crosswind here. As we get faster, airspeed's coming alive. We're going to slowly roll out that crosswind. Airspeed's coming alive, 46. Got helicopter traffic right there. So now we're going to slowly rotate.
502, number 2, following traffic on shore final, runway 18.
All right, there's that helicopter traffic. We got to the side. Alright, so now we're climbing out at about 74 knots. So we're going to pitch for about 10 degrees nose up. All of our engine instruments look good. Everything's in the green. Now you got it. We're pitching for 74 knots. And you can use trim to help you.
At 10?
Yep, right about 10. So if it's going above that, then you need to go a little nose down trim. So yeah, watch your airspeed. Maintain 10 degrees and nose up. That's gonna really be about 74 knots if you maintain 10 degrees.
Airspeed 70 to 85 knots.
Yep, check. Flaps are up.
Flaps after obstacles cleared up. Throttle full. Full. Mixture as required. Instruments check.
Now watch that pitch up. Good correction. Alright, you can put that up now. Until we get to cruise. Pretty good job on the airspeed.
Runway 18,
7.
A little bit more right rudder. Look at that little. That's your slip skid indicator. Keep that in the center.
In the ball. Step on the ball.
Correct. So you're gonna have to have right rudder the entire climb. And take some power out because we gained up airspeed. Pitch power trim. Keep that nose down. Power back to power's about fine where it's at right now. So keep that nose in. We're climbing still. Now we're gonna use the trim to help us. So use that trim to help.
Left turn, taxi back, hold short runway 18, Cessna 5660 Papa.
So we're a little high, so we're gonna have to pitch down.
This goes up, right?
Yep. So let's get back down to 2,500 feet. You got flight controls.
My control.
So now just maintain 2.5. Don't touch any power. We're just gonna maintain 2.5. But now we're climbing, right? We're covering up the horizon.
Yep.
So we're looking outside and we're maintaining level flight. You should have about 4 inches between here and that horizon out there, maybe 3 inches. So whatever you need to do to look outside and just maintain level flight.
Knots, 186 heading.
180, yeah.
I need to be 180.
Looking pretty good. It's a little bumpy right now. Don't let that kind of get to you. Sometimes it's just turbulent. There's that traffic right there. I got them inside.
Yep, I see them.
Okay, so now we're at 2,500, so we're going to level off, and we're going to add back that power, pitch power, then trim.
Pitch.
So pitch to level flight, add that power back to cruise power. So don't get too high on the nose, just level flight. Watch that bank. You're banking a little bit to the right.
Step on the ball.
Now we're going to add power back to 2,000, 2,100 RPMs. So there's your tachometer right there.
2,100.
Yep. Now you can use trim to help you. So we're still climbing a little bit. Level flight. There you go. Now it's pretty level. That's pretty good. So let go of the controls. That's pretty good. Pretty level flight, yeah?
Yep. Take the power out more.
No. 2,200's fine.
Climbing a little bit. Nose down.
Yep. Good job. Now I want you to turn to a heading of 270 west.
Okay, so it's full west. I need to turn to the right.
Yeah, and give me a standard rate turn. You remember that is?
It's 18 to the right?
Yep.
18 degrees to the right?
About 18 degrees.
Okay. So pitch?
Well, we're just turning here.
Okay, just turning.
So we're going to initiate that turn with the bank to the right.
Step on the ball.
Step on the ball.
Rudder.
Keep that ball in the center. Just about a standard rate turn. So that's that green arrow right there.
I see it.
A little past it, so a little bit less bank. We're going to roll out before we get to west, half the bank angle so that we don't overshoot west, right? But we're still coming in for west.
Coming in.
About half the bank angle. We're banking at about 18 degrees, so roll out 9 degrees before west.
Roll out.
Not quite yet. We got to get to 9 degrees before west before we roll out.
Counter traffic 968 Alpha Alpha is out of the Delta to the north, head for northeast.
Right.
All right, now we're going to roll. You took out a little bit of power, so let's add that back in.
Okay, my bad.
It's okay. Sometimes people just do it on accident. But we're descending now. You see a lot of earth. So let's get back up to 3,000. You're going to want to keep a scan up, but you're looking outside at the horizon as well as kind of looking for traffic. So there you go. There's south.
Okay.
Now we're rolling out on south.
Roll out on south. A little right rudder.
Academy traffic, Cessna 897.
And we're a little bit high, so just a slight nose down.
Point heading eastbound.
Down.
Academy.
So it's pitch, then power, then trim. You kind of adjusted your trim before you pitched down. That's kind of why we shot through a little low. So now we're going to level off 3.5.
Okay, got it.
And it looks like you're having to maintain a lot of back pressure. I don't know, that might just be me. So maybe you need to go a little bit more nose up trim. There you, just a couple, not too many swipes, because you don't want to shoot, you want to over adjust. So we want to let go of the trim here, let go of the yoke.
Yoke, your controls.
See how the plane goes. It's a little nose high, not too bad. Pretty level flight, honestly.
180, 90 knots, 3460.
Pretty good, so you can get back on the wheel.
Okay, my controls.
Yep. So now I want you to turn
a full 360 degrees to the north.
To the left. So we're going to go 360 degrees all the way back to a south heading, but it's going to be all the way around to the left.
Oh, okay, so a full 360.
Yep, and it's going to be a 30-degree bank, which is going to be right there, that one.
The big one.
Yep.
Got it.
And you want to look to your left, make sure the area is clear before you go.
Clear left.
Looks pretty good to me. So now let's get that 30-degree bank into the left, and we're going to roll out on south, right?
Right.
But what do we want to make sure that we do that so that we don't overshoot south?
We're going to turn about 9 degrees before 180.
Why 9? What's your bank angle?
Copy traffic,
it's more, so it needs
It's
to
a
be
30-degree bank, right?
It needs to be like 18.
Academy.
What's half of 30?
15.
So we're going to start our rollout 15 degrees before 180, which is what heading?
That would be 165?
Nope, 15 degrees before south, and we're coming from the right.
Oh man, 21.
What's 180 plus 15?
Oh, 191, no, 205.
180 plus 15, 195. That's the heading you're going to roll out on before south, so you don't overshoot. Got it?
Okay.
All right, so let's get that 30-degree bank in. Clear left.
Okay.
Gonna have to add left rudder in this turn to the left.
5298 Sierra.
Okay.
2 miles
we're just turning,
north of Venus Home.
30-degree bank.
Left rudder.
Feet, climbing to 3,500 feet.
All right, you're not quite at 30 degrees of bank yet. There you go. Well, why are we pitching down? You see all that earth? We're pitching down pretty good. So you need to correct for that. Look outside. Look at the horizon. Now you're level with the horizon. Keep that 30-degree bank in. Right there, 30 degrees of bank. You're descending just a little, so keep that nose up.
Left rudder.
Looking outside. This maneuver is way easier if you look outside. All right, there's north. You're halfway through. Nope, we're halfway through.
Halfway through.
Keep that 30-degree bank in. You've descended about 250 feet. So let's get that nose back up so we stop descending. Keep that 30-degree bank in.
Ooh, this is tough.
Looking outside, 30 degrees of bank still.
30 degrees up.
Now 195 is coming, so we're going to roll out slowly.
Roll out.
That roll out, right rudder in the roll out. All right, not terrible. We descended about 200 feet.
Yeah,
so you need to be aware of what you're doing what's going on in the turn. So climb us back up to 3,500.
Yeah. Climbing at 10, east, roll out. I
overshot a little earlier on the rollout, but you recognize it at least.
I did overshoot it, but I'm still trying to get up to 35.
We got the power set. Let's get back down. I'm going to show you how to do it, my controls. Yep. So we're going to get back down to 3,500. So now we want to see how the trim's controlling. Okay, it's a little nose up, so maybe like 2 knobs there.
Okay.
Now, how's this feel?
Feels
pretty
better.
good. Pretty easy to maintain this altitude.
Yep.
And remember, we're maintaining altitude by looking outside. We're not looking outside at the horizon, not just looking at anything.
Right.
So look at the horizon. It's kind of covered up now, but you can see if I maintain about 3 inches of space here, that's going to give us a decent look of, and look, we haven't climbed a single foot.
Right.
So just look outside and maintain altitude that way. It's going to be way easier than looking in here trying to adjust every tiny little pitch, right?
Yep.
So your controls.
My controls.
You got them. We're going to do a 30-degree bank to the right.
30 degrees to the right. And what's my heading?
Well, east right now.
And I'm coming back around?
Yep, 360-degree turn.
So same thing, but the other way.
To the right.
Okay, right rudder.
Yep, you need that right rudder, 30-degree bank.
30-degree
Power's
bank.
fine where it's at.
Power's fine.
So you're at a 30-degree bank right now. Looks good. Your rudder's good too. Keep that bank in though. 30 degrees of bank. Looking outside, looking inside. There's a 30-degree angle right here with the horizon and the top of the flight deck. So keep that 30 degree. No power.
No power. Keep in altitude 3560.
Looking outside most of the time, then looking back in here. A little too much on the bank, so a little rollout. Still keeping that 30-degree bank in though. That's a nice house. All right, there's coming up on north, so you're almost 3/4 done with the turn.
Almost.
Little less on the bank. Maintain 30. Watch your altitude. You're right on it. Don't descend too much here. So we're gonna roll out on east, right? So what heading are you gonna roll out of?
About the
075.
yeah, right there.
So you started it a little early. So that's why we kind of rolled out early. So
Okay.
you just need to remember what's your bank right now? 30 degrees of bank. What's half of that? 15, right?
15.
So you need to remember to roll out at half the bank angle before you're heading. So 15 degrees is before east is 075.
Got it.
All right, so let's, I'll take controls real quick. I'll get us back. So eventually you're going to do one of these. This is a steep turn right here.
Yeah, 6, or what is that?
At 45 degrees.
45.
We're going to maintain altitude and
Steep turns. You feel the G-force.
we're going to roll out right here on west. Why are we banking 20 degrees to the right?
Rudder.
Maintain heading. No, you're banking. That rudder is not banking you a 20-degree bank. You are banking 20 degrees. There's some traffic. So let's get back on a west heading, 270. Keep that descent in. Now you're going to use trim to maintain that 2.5-degree nose down. So trim nose down to keep that nose down, right?
Nose down.
Help you keep that nose down. Maintain 270.
70, I'm at 281. Not, okay, I'm a little bit up.
Good job. You corrected for a fast airspeed. And I did say 90 knots earlier, but we're going to do 100 knots here just to make it a little bit. Yeah, a little turbulence right here. Keep that descent coming into 2,500. Yeah, now level off at 25.
270 west.
This is not bad at all. This is fine. So let's turn back to the east, to the right, and give me a 30-degree bank.
30-degree bank, we're going a full 180.
Yep, to east.
To the right?
Yep.
To your right.
We're climbing here, so watch that nose up. Looking outside, then looking inside.
15.
Watch that bank angle. That's 45 degrees of bank right there. So we're turning out on east. Your bank angle's a little heavy.
It's about a mile south of Lake
Rolling out on east. There's 075.
Look up below.
Where are you looking right now?
Out at the horizon.
Well, we just rolled through east about 20 degrees. So you got to start that rollout before you get there. So let's get to east. When you're in a climb, your true airspeed's a little slower. It's a less bank because you're at a slower airspeed, right? Okay. So we're going to be climbing at about 74 knots. So do you remember the formula for the standard rate turn?
No.
Okay. It's going to be your true airspeed divided by 10 plus 7. So 74, we'll just use 75 divided by 10 is 7.5 plus 7. It's going to be about a 14-degree bank.
Okay.
So we're going to climb up to 3,500, and you're going to make a turn to the right at a standard rate, and you're going to maintain 74 knots in the climb.
I'm at 99 knots.
Yep, so we're going to pitch power then trim. Pitch up for 10 degrees nose up.
10 degrees.
Now we're going to keep this bank coming in.
Any more power?
Nope, it's all the way.
Okay.
Watch your bank.
Overshot it.
So,
okay.
Right now you're at a decent standard rate turn, 10 degrees nose up. Right on the arrow, looking outside, looking inside, looking at the horizon, scanning for traffic. Keep that bank coming in. We just stopped banking totally. Pitch power, then trim.
Oh, take power out.
We're going to still keep that bank coming in. So now we're going to go pitch power, then trim. Yep, good job on the power. Now we're going to do whatever we need to do to maintain 3.5 with the trim. Oh, why are we banking 20 degrees?
I don't know. 10 degrees, or...
We just need to get back up to 3.5. So now level us off here at 3.5.
Yep.
Pretty good, but we're just a little high.
Yep.
But that's okay.
I was close.
We're going to go back to the airport now because we don't have the plane. We only have the plane till 4:30.
Yeah. That's good.
So start us a descent down to 2,000 feet.
2,000 feet. Pitch.
And turn to a heading of 030.
Okay.
So pitch power trim, yeah?
Pitch down.
Power.
Power. out or more?
Power to 1800, that's going to be our normal descent power.
Okay, 1800 is descent. Pitch down.
Well, just to get you in the habit, you can go power to 1600. That's going to be what we do on key downwind when we start a descent.
Standard rate turn.
Yep, so now we use trim to help us keep this descent rate in.
Nose down.
And now we're just maintaining, you can maintain 100 knots in this descent. So you're a little fast on the descent, so we need to pitch up slightly. Rolling out on 030.
600 a minute, right?
That's fine, 500 feet per minute or so.
I overshot it.
Yep, you didn't roll out quick enough. You overshot it by quite a bit.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the
30
heading.
degrees over 30. So let's just look outside and point us to that lake over there.
Yep, Joe Pool
Keep
Lake.
the descent coming in. And so let's come to the left a little bit. Okay, so pretty good nose down descent now.
Okay. And the rate is about 5 going down?
500 feet per minute or so, yep.
I meant this.
Oh, no, it'll be about 2.5 to 3 degrees nose down. Oh, let's get nose level. There you go. Now we're going to do trim. So let go of the controls. We're going to get the weather now. So click on those two arrows right there. Mic 1, comm 1.
Yep.
Click on them. Click comm 2. That's how we're going to listen to comm 2.
Temperature 35, dew point 22, altimeter 2988. Visual approaching use line.
Altimeter is 2988.
Advise initial contact, you have information hotel.
So set the altimeter right there. And it's information hotel. Let's get the winds real quick.
Airport information hotel, time 20500, wind 140 at 5, sky condition better than 5.
140 at 5, did you hear that?
Temperature 35, dew point 22, altimeter 2988. Visual approaching use line, department runway 18. Advise initial contact, you have information hotel.
Alright, we have information hotel. Let's aim for the south tip of Joe Pool here. And let's get us on tower frequency. So go ahead and click comm 1. Not climbing. We're still at 2,200. I mean, we're still not descending. So just keep the control pressure in. So you're looking outside, right?
Yep.
If you keep a lot of earth outside, you're going to descend.
Right.
So you're not able to focus enough yet because you haven't done it enough.
Yep.
So you just need to look outside. If you see earth, you're going to be descending.
Yeah.
So then when we get there, when we get to 2,000, then we're going to level off. All right, you got controls. I'm going to make this radio call because we're kind of close.
Yep.
Tower 3523 Romeo at the south tip with hotel inbound full stop.
This is 3523 Romeo, going for airport, midfield left downwind for runway 18.
Still left downwind 18, 3523 Romeo. You got the runway in sight?
Yeah, I see it.
Which one is it?
By those white things.
Well, I can't see it because we're pitched up. Where?
Right, straight ahead.
Where?
Straight ahead.
Are you sure?
No?
That's a highway right there.
No, by the white buildings.
That is also not the runway.
Oh, it's not?
That's the runway. See it out there?
Sure.
Okay, so now we can start our descent to 1,400 traffic pattern altitude. So we're going to level off before 1,400, right? So that we don't overshoot it.
1,000 what?
1,400 is the altitude we're trying to get down to.
Got it. I see it.
Keep that descent coming in. We just leveled off.
Oh, keep the descent.
We're going to get down to 1,400, right? Not that much. Just about no more than 5 degrees.
Yep.
Off. Nope. Pitch power trim.
23 Romeo, tower runway 18, clear to land.
So pitch up to level flight. Clear to land 18, 3523 Romeo. So now we're level flight at 1,400. Now we're going to add that power back.
Add power.
To 2,000. Maintain this little heading right here, north. Add that power back. Send here. Let's get back up to 1,400 before we get to the key downwind position on the pattern. So we're about to enter. We're in the traffic pattern right now. That's the runway. You see it to your left.
Okay, yeah.
So we're gonna try to land down there, or we're not gonna try. But right now we're about to pull our power to our descent power. So I'm gonna pull it right here to 1,600 RPMs. Now we're descending. We go flaps at 10 right here. So we start this descent about 500 feet per minute or so, and we're about to turn onto our base leg.
Yep.
So we're descending right now. We're getting down on altitude. We're gonna start our base leg. Now we're gonna go power flaps at 20. That power in there a little bit. No, that was our downwind. Now we're on our base.
The final.
So you see the runway approaching right there?
Yep.
So we got flaps at 20 in. We're descending down for the numbers. We're trying to be right around 80 knots right now.
80 knots on
That's
base.
two west grass,
Now we're going to go ahead and put the flaps in. But keep a hand on the controls right here. I want you to be able to see kind of how it feels on this landing. So that's the runway right there, right?
Yep.
We got a little wind actually from the right now, which is interesting.
Yep.
See that little green arrow? That's telling us where we're gonna be ending up at. So we got that pointed right at the approach end. Just keep a hand on it, but don't actually make inputs. You see what I'm saying? So we're lined up here. The helicopter's wake is pushing us a little bit. Keeping it down into the numbers. Now we start the flare, power to idle. Keeping the nose up. The flaps come up. We'll keep the controls up. So now we're going to get off the runway here.
23 runway, left turn, taxi park, have a good day.
Left turn, taxi to park. 3523 Romeo, have a good one. Flaps
Make
are up.
Make sure lean.
So we'll do this right here.
Trim takeoff.
Set for takeoff, right about right there, a little bit above it.
Landing light off.
Go ahead and turn that off.
That 2, clear for you.
So now you're going to have to swing us back to the right, or we're going to keep going left here. And we need a little bit more power than this. Let's add some right brake, yeah. So we want to stay on this center line.
Got it.
Taxiing is kind of hard.
Yep.
So you got to make an adjustment before you get over. You're going to just go back and forth over and over. So right turn here, follow this line. See how I just pressed the brakes? We're stopped now. So anytime you need to stop, you got to know I got to press the brakes.
Both toes.
Because we were kind of going quick there. So I just wanted to show you how that works.
Get away from that plane.
Yeah. You see how you're on the center? Oh, you're right of it. But if you're on that center line, you're not going to hit a plane.
Okay.
There's enough space for you to taxi without hitting a plane. That's why we want to maintain center line. Your controls. There you go. Good adjustment before it happens, but a little bit more to the left.
A little early.
We're going to take this spot right here. You see how that big open spot there?
Next one or this one?
That's not a spot. This spot over here.
Okay.
Let's go a little left.
Oh, I see the oil spot.
Now we're going to add that right brake in to turn.
Now Airbus 2, taxi to park.
Now we're going to go this way a little bit. Now swing it into the right. Then go a little bit to the left. Now straight forward and we'll be good. So take the power to idle. Now we're just going to scooch forward. Get your feet off the brakes and there we go. Like that.
Transponder off.
We got it on VFR, so it's good.
Lights except beacon off. Taxi lights off. Everything. Avionics off. Magnetos off.
So, to do that, we're going to want to get the sheet back there. Turn that master off.
Master's off. Lock is installed. Fuel selector, left to right, left. And that's it.
You got the control lock in, you got the fuel selector valve on left, you got everything else, master off, and that is it. Dude, the loan coming through is clutch. I mean, I know it's a loan, but like you don't have to worry about it anymore. You just got all the money you need.
For the most part.
What's the interest on it?
10. I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. It's the worst time to do this.
But it's the best time to be a pilot right now.
That's true.